Hydrasia!
I'm hit. You're finished.
Approach the
Spoils of
stranger.
victory. Hopefully they amount to something.
Approach you in a second, sir. You've got a lot to answer for.
So,
Hi there.
what seems punishment becomes providence. A reminder we can never truly know the Great Serpent's designs for us. You have my thanks, and my apologies for the ordeal you just endured. Come, let us discuss.
Okay. I will in a second, sir. I want to know what the fuck you're doing. Okay, I can't take any of this stuff. Can we? Oh, we can. We can take some of this stuff. Hi there.
Not the ideal introduction, I suppose, giving you a grand tour of the embassy via barely functioning intercoms. I do greatly appreciate your persistence.
Okay.
I suspect the Venom tree upstairs has worked itself into more systems than I'd realized.
The Venom tree.
But then again, who could cage such a beauty? Eh? Tell me though, what is it like outside? I heard the broadcast mentioning an attack. Then the embassy was struck with a power surge and then silence. Has the rest of the city suffered quite so badly?
No, it's fine. You say thing was pouring out cloud was called upstairs a venom tree? Is it poisonous?
Harmless spores, you have my word, but hard to navigate. Hence why I was guiding you through the intercoms to restore the environmental controls. And release me. It is the sap of the tree that gives it its... well, perhaps not a topic for this exact moment. But I must know of the rest of the city. Does it still stand?
Is that what happened here? A power surge?
I take it you didn't have such an experience where you were then, hmm?
No.
Yes, the entire embassy was thrown into lockdown, trapping me in my quarters, disabling the Venom tree's filters, and arming the defenses. A disconcerting experience, to say the least. Was the rest of the city spared?
You keep asking me. Spaceport is in rough shape, but not much else was damaged.
Is that right, huh? I shall need to have these repairs seen to sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Now, it
really
cannot solely be the Serpent's grace that brought you here at such an opportune moment. You were sent by the UC. That much is obvious. Who else could just waltz through my door, hmm? And the broadcast spoke of terror morphs at the spaceport. A worrying occurrence, certainly, but coming here of all places, when all I could provide is some enthused cheerleading and... an archive code. So the UC requires information, then. On terror morphs, presumably, hmm? Do I see this all clearly?
I mean... Correct. We're going to use the data in the archives to better understand and stop these attacks.
The preservation of life stands as the very purpose of the archives. Using its data to prevent more attacks, there is logic there.
Indeed.
But if I am to grant you access, I have a requirement.
Okay.
For years, House Varun has been known only as an agent of slaughter. We founded this embassy with hopes of shedding that legacy. With little success. In exchange for my code, I require this. You must be the one who ensures it is used for good. Ensure House Varun's legacy is more than just carnage. The knowledge you ask for isn't evil. No knowledge is. 'Tis we who bend it to evil ends. Oh, you must assure me this will be used to save lives, not endanger them.
Honestly, you have my word. Knowledge can't be evil. What about knowledge of, say, gunpowder? You have my word. I'll make sure it's used for good.
You have mine as well. For what that is worth.
Well then, I shall not fear. Please, follow me.
I will definitely follow you for sure. I can't take any of this stuff, can I? Right, let's watch
Let's
him.
hope it still works.
I'm sure it does.
And there. Let it be used for good.
I'm sure it will be. I love how they've just got these little machines with a button on that you can press at any time. It's kind of funny. Alright, let's make sure we're taking stuff. Take. Ooh. Not bad. And a shit ton of credits. Holy fuck. We take this? Yes. Yes. Can't take the board game. Right, I think I'll take the key card though.
The Great Serpent guide your path.
The Great Serpent, that's your god, right?
The Great Serpent is so much more than a god. It is fate itself. When our founder, Jinan Varun, left the United Colonies 140 years ago for distant stars, it was the Serpent that compelled him to found his now great house. The Serpent made us who we are today. Its voice speaks to us, shepherding us through the dark, and infuses our lives with the meaning the universe so often fails to provide.
What's it like? Be from House Varun in New Atlantis.
It was tolerable, even pleasant, when my brethren were here in the embassy with me. We remade this place as best we could into a home we all would recognize. Our native flora, our iconography, our connection to the Serpent, they came with us. With my brethren gone, it has been trying. But the Great Serpent has always provided me a path in my darkest moments.
Why'd you stay behind?
House Varun committed itself to the armistice. This was said at the time to be the desire of the Great Serpent, and I do not believe the Serpent decides such things on a whim. So, when my brethren left, I remained, honoring the Serpent's will as I saw fit, as is the right of all his followers.
Why stay behind? Why did the rest of the MB staff leave? Where'd they go?
The affairs of House Varun are our own. They left. That is all there is to be said on the subject.
Oh, that's a bit of a touchy subject then. Okay, I'll go then, sir. Ooh, personal terminal. Ooh, you've got a few logs. Log 01 arrival. Yesterday marked the beginning of my tenure as House Varun's ambassador in the United Colonies. I ride full of hope, believing our gesture of opening a new embassy would demonstrate that we had moved beyond our bloodstained past. But we had barely been in New Atlantis an hour when the troubles ahead of me began to reveal themselves. Our brief walk from the spaceport to the embassy was marked by suspicious glances and sneers and numerous strangers on the street. I fear minds here will not be easily changed. Wrongdoing of House Varun will not be easily forgotten. It is my fervent wish that this embassy will come to be seen as an emblem of peaceful future, free of the stains of prejudice and violence. I will do my utmost to act as the avatar for that goal, regardless of any resistance that I may face, though I find myself in a strange land and know the Great Serpent will guide us to success in our endeavour. Protests. This morning I was roused from contemplated prayer by the sound of muffled shooting. Upon investigation, I discovered a sizable group of UC citizens engaged in a protest on my doorstep. They were opposed to the government's attempts to establish diplomatic ties with House Faroon, and I petitioned for the immediate shuttering of this embassy. My attempts to engage them in discussion were fruitless. Most would not speak with me, and those who did refused to believe that our intentions in New Atlantis were purely peaceful. The embassy guards were eventually required to intervene, forcing me back into the building when the crowd's anger began to manifest as threats to my well-being. I intend to discuss the matter with my counterparts in the United Colonies. Their aid will be essential if this effort is to succeed, though I fear this will not be an isolated incident. A visitor? Oh, this is a big read. Each day my frustration grows. Great Serpent, what have I done to merit such scorn? Recently, Tia Marvin arrived at the embassy to receive a visit from such high-ranking priestess, a great gravid, no less, the intention of engaging in talks with the United Colonies. I was overjoyed. Such gesture from the house could only mean those skeptical of our efforts could at long last see merit in our work, but it seems I was deceived. Taz's stated mission and her actual intentions are clearly at odds. She has refused every opportunity to engage with representatives from the United Colonies. Instead, she speaks incessantly about the need to surveil the very diplomats whose trust I have dedicated months to effort to gaining. She remains trapped in our old mindset, unable to see what we're actually doing here, guaranteeing House Faroon's future. The lossless from the Serpent's Crusade were incalculable. Diplomacy is the only method in which House Faroon's survival may be assured. I must find a way to make Sia see this. Luckily, I believe tonight's dinner will be the perfect opportunity. Our UC host, Deputy Diplomat Roland, is level-headed, reasonable, I dare say even sympathetic, a rare animal among the UC. If prior experience is to be any indicator, if Sa approaches him with open arms, I have faith that he would embrace her as a comrade. Great Serpent, let this come to pass. Yeah, this is a story. Great Serpent, this is a test of my faith. Do you wish to plumb the depths of my loyalty? Whatever explanation could you merit why you would permit such a spectacular disaster? Dinner at Deputy Roland's was initially promising, even congenial. Yes. There were pointed questions about House Faroon's attention, but overall, an air of polite decorum was maintained. But it was one of Roland's more boisterous gestures, an officer of some type. Perhaps having enjoyed too many glasses of Chandra asked, but how can we trust you snakes after what you did? I believe the gravid reached her breaking point. They were only words, but words are the battlefield on which diplomacy is fought, and I realized too late that it was Silvo Sa would not let it pass. As dessert was served, Sa excused herself, waited for her return, and waited and waited. When it became clear the gravid simply left, I made my pleasantries and rushed back to the MC. There I found her packing the things. When I asked where she was going, she stated simply, I have seen all I need to, and then left without a word. I've reached out to my contacts in Raz, but who have assured me that they still believe in the venture. Jack Jarek Vroon himself still believes, and that is all the reassurance I require. A test of faith. The last of my staff left today. Our MC is now effectively shuttered. House Vroon's leaders have ceased all communications with the United Colonies. Our own orders from the Zara were not much better. Stand in for a single word. Return. No other reason mentioned for abandonment of our post or the abandonment of our cause. But I know a test of faith when I see one. I serve House Vroon. A simple understanding of that directive would be that follow their orders. But what we do here is greater than that. If we have survived, we cannot do it on our own. If others refuse to see that, so be it. I stand here, waiting for the day that they all see truth and come back. Silence. There's been no word from my people in months. I made several attempts at contacting them, but I am uncertain if my messages are even reaching the Zara at all. As such, I've had much time to think. Why allow us to come here? Make a home for ourselves around a distant star, only to demand our return when the first bit of resistance is met, because of some drunken's slight? Even Sar is not that influential amongst the court. No, there must be something larger at play. The recalling of our staff, it wasn't because of the incident with the Gravid. A change has occurred. Yet, by staying, I may never know what it is, only time will tell. This is a story. But it's good lore though. It is good lore. Spies. It seems I've been quite some time since my last entry. A welcome bit of exercise day. A United Colonies spy snuck inside the embassy just before dawn. As I finished my morning prayers, I heard that an odd thump. At first, I presumed my hearing was finally giving up, but then I realised it was the elevator descending. Assumingly, uninvited guests, that means only bad things. Snuck upstairs and hid among the branches of the venom tree. I watched a gargoyle perched on a puppet as a young man. I watched like a gargoyle. There you go. I watched like a gargoyle perched on a puppet as a young man stalked cautiously through the branches of the tree. I spent so much time cultivating, obviously scared beyond his wits. At one point, an errant branch snapped. He passed. I swear the boy leapt foot in the air before realizing its source. I was shocked that the mere idea of House Vroon could garner such fear, even after such long after the end of the Serpent's Crusade. It would have been amusing if it wasn't such a clear reminder of my failure in my own endeavour. We evaded each other like this for the best part of 2 hours. It was a welcome distraction from a life now steeped in routine. He eventually gave up, returned to the elevator, and I to my meditation. As I think on it now, however, the purpose of the visit is exceedingly disappointing. This was no diplomat, no neighbourly knock on the door. This was a spy, someone breaking in somewhere a normal soul couldn't. Do they think me dead? Don't they? A surprising message. It happens. The message was short. A simple request for information regarding the state of things in New Atlantis, but filled me with relief nevertheless. House Vroon has contacted me at long last. I had been forced to harden my heart. The possibility that I may never hear from my people again. Today's message argued that fear. Though their intentions remain unclear, I am comforted by House Vroon's willingness to regain in communication. I'm hopeful that it signifies Zara's willingness to return to the more earnest attempts at diplomacy with the United Colonies. Great serpents, you answer my prayers at last. I stand firm in belief that it will be at my side as I continue to serve House Vroon's interests in New Atlantis. May his celestial light bathe my people, and those who once stood against, and help to usher in a new era of harmony at last. Holy damn. That was a story and a half. Was there anything else? I don't think there was. No. Ooh, that was
Yes, very good.
very good indeed. Okay, we can't take anything. There is a key though. Storeroom. Ooh. Whoa. Open. Can we take this? Faroon's space suit.
Maybe trying to take a little too much home. Literally.
I'm not taking anything, okay? I'm taking what I am owed. Bed pack. Lock is too difficult. God damn it. There's so many, like, locks that we need to come down and, ooh. Component. Oh, yes. There's so many, things that I need to, like, locks that we've found that we need to break into. Bubble level. Ooh. Ooh. Right, well, I think that is it, really. Is this the roots of that tree? Eee. Just in case any surprises come up, I guess. We need to get out of here. Wow, this venom tree is sick. Okay, they've all shut down. This has to be the creepiest mission that we've faced so far. Like, without a doubt, the creepiest one. That's Rune Lobby, first floor. Maybe we should go up to the second floor. Actually, let's go up to second floor. We haven't been up there. Is there anything up here? Ooh. Coffee mug. Okay, just a coffee mug. Out we go. Oh, no, we can't go that way. We've got to go around the side entrance. Okay. Got it. Got it. Side entrance it is. I honestly thought we were going to die through that. That was creepy as hell. That's creepy as all hell. Not gonna lie. Didn't you find that creepy, Andrasia? Andrasia? Ooh. It has become nighttime. It has become nighttime indeed. Return to Deputy McIntyre. Okay. How much are we carrying? Andrasia? Hi there.
What is it?
Let's trade gear.
Did you need me to carry some?
Yes, I do. Spacesuits. I'm going to give you those 2 spacesuits and these packs. If you don't mind. Just going to give you the apparel. Everything else I'll keep hold of for now. Thank you.
Back to it then.
Back to it indeed.
Apply today at the nearest kiosk.
No, we will apply to Rejune Industries another day. I like how we've just got completely sidetracked by the Vanguard today. Kind of cool though. Oh yes, the elevator's down here, isn't it?
I'm told by top officials the cabinet already has a plan in place.
Ding dong! Cabinet chambers. Interstellar affairs. That's a sick, like, set of statues. Not statues, you know what I mean. Well, hello there.
Captain, you're back sooner than wait. Did you actually succeed? With
Oh,
Radcliffe?
yes.
And Balmore. We're all in agreement.
Code pieces from House Varun and the Freestar. Collected and ready to be deployed. Oh yeah. Wheeling Girl, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Welcome on in.
So the old man was still lurking around in there.
Yes, he was.
Fine work, Captain. And now, I've already arranged everything with the archival monitors. When you get down there, the UC monitor will give you instructions on how to deploy the codes. Follow them to the letter.
Okay.
Here, the UC code piece and an archival access card. The entrance is just on the other side of the plaza across from Mast.
Ooh.
Absolute best behavior down there, all right?
Yes, best behavior. Totally not going to take anything at all. Are we, Andrasia? Andrasia. I'm sure I'm saying your name right. I just want to be sure.
Oh, sorry, just Terramorph attack. I'm lucky to still be here.
Yeah, aren't we all? I thought I was sure dead. I honestly thought I was dead.